he has interviewed he's going to interview with the Chargers, the Falcons, the Lions, and the Jaguars. Which team do you think he ends up with, and which team do you think he ends up with?
Lions.
Why?
I think Chargers will go offensive head coach 100%, 100 times out of 100. Any team that has a second-year young quarterback with the talent Justin Herbert has just feels like an obligation for them, right? When Jameis Winston was
hold on real quick. They're saying it's lagging. Is it lagging? Really, it's lagging? Hold on. Let me put this on to a different to my hotspot real quick. Is it lagging or not? Let me know. Because I don't want this
lagging. Is it me or you?
I think it's mine. So let me see if this is true. Hold on. Let me put it on the hotspot.
Oh, they say not lagging.
No lagging? All right, cool. Keep going. Sorry I cut you off. Keep going. My bad.
Wait. Oh, so I said Detroit, right?
Yeah.
And we saw it, right? Jameis Winston had a pretty solid rookie season, and the Bucs immediately fired Lovie Smith and hired Dirk Cutter because they were scared they were going to lose him. So I think that
was a smart move.
I think it's just traditional thinking from the NFL, and the NFL doesn't seem like, and the Chargers don't feel like an outside of the box organization. Mm-hmm. I think they look at their defense and they say, we have all this talent. Gus Bradley is actually a pretty to very good defensive coordinator, better than people give him credit for. They feel like if we can bring in a young offensive guy that can work with Herbert, maybe we can go the early McVay, Wade Phillips route with a much better quarterback. And Tom Telesco is the best drafter in the NFL. Their draft pick to roster, their guys they draft to making their roster ratio is the best in the NFL. They always draft well. I mean, under him, they've drafted Joey Bosa and Justin Herbert and Derwin James just in the first round. So they do an excellent job drafting. And I think that's why I think even though Los Angeles is the best job out there, the Chargers job, I don't think he's going to get it. I don't think he's going to want the Jaguars job because Shad Khan said today that he's going to have full control of the roster. And that roster is going to be loaded. They have all the assets and they're getting Trevor Lawrence. I think that that's going to be insane. But if Shad Khan has control of the roster, I do not think it's a place that Robert Saleh should go. And I don't think it's as much as he should want to go there. I think Detroit is the place for him. And, I think Detroit's a bad organization, but I think Robert Saleh would feel connected to that place. And I just think that I do think they need to tear it up in essence, but I do think there's also enough there where a guy like Robert Saleh, who's really smart, going to bring in a Mike McDaniel or a Mike LaFleur, who's going to run the Kyle Shanahan offense and all of that, where they could have success right off the bat. So I'm going to say it's Detroit.
Fair. I was thinking that Jacksonville was the number one job, but when I saw that the owner is going to keep final say, stay away. That is a trap. You got the owner with final say, and you got Trent Balk. No. The number one job to me is the Chargers. First of all, it's in California, hell of a state. Vish, you should move here, is what I'm saying. Southern California is nice too. I went to college there. It's really cool. I would highly recommend it, Robert. And then you got the quarterback. Like even if you went to Jacksonville, best case scenario, you draft Trevor Lawrence. Is he definitely better than Justin Herbert? I don't know. I like Justin Herbert. He's got a year under his belt. That's a good spot. But as you said, they're probably going to want an offensive. I don't know who they'll want, but they'll probably want an offensive coach. Maybe that Arthur Smith guy from Tennessee, something like that. Yeah, Detroit seems like that's a good fit. Like he's from there, and his pitch can be, I can make this defense good right away. I can make this run game good right away. It's not going to cost a huge infusion of free agents. I can just do it with scheme tweaks. I can bring Kyle Shanahan's run game coordinator with me, and we can win right away in Detroit. It seems like, yeah, that's true. But if he goes there, Niner fans can definitely forget about getting Matthew Stafford. So I don't know,
Yeah, and I'm throwing Atlanta out, even though they're interviewing him, because Jay Glazer reported yesterday that Atlanta is focused on an offensive head coach. So, I mean, if you go Robert, I don't see a big difference between sticking with Raheem Morris and hiring Robert Saleh. That just feels like a lateral, what's the big difference to move to me? So I get why they would go offensive head coach, because I think Robert Saleh is the only big defensive guy really out there. Maybe Matt Eberflus, but I think Matt Eberflus has been less creative than even Robert Saleh last year in terms of just relying on their front four and just playing zone coverage in the back end. So I don't think that there's a lot of defensive hires. And I just think that Detroit just makes too much sense for him from a living standpoint, where he's from, who they have, all of that. It just makes sense. I think actually the best option for him is to wait 1 year. I don't think there's a premium opening this time, and I don't think there's a lot of premium candidates this time. And I think he's going to get kind of stuck in, because I don't think this is not 2017 where you get McVay, McDermott, and Kyle Shanahan all hired with Josh McDaniels in the process. I think him and maybe Brian Daboll are the only two guys that are really have the years of experience, the age, and all of that. I think maybe Raheem Morris, but he doesn't seem to be even a name that's gaining traction for other head coaching jobs besides Atlanta. I don't know about Arthur Smith. Joe Brady is starting to get interviews and stuff for head coaches. I doubt he's even ready for anything like that. So we'll see.
If I were Robert Saleh, the Chargers would be my UCLA. That would be my target school. And the Lions would be my safety school. That would be like UC Irvine. So that's the way I see it. I mean, yeah, Lions great, but I would want the opportunity to coach Justin Herbert. That seems like a nice opportunity, you know? So
yeah, who wouldn't want that?